Ho ho! GG.
Hi there, I'm your narrator who will guide you through this adventure. Thank you for buying this game. Let me explain this game a little bit. Before we start the actual gameplay, you will need to read through some philosophical dialogues. They might seem a bit dry, but are essential for people who are unfamiliar with those thought experiments. Once that's done, the real fun begins, and I'll be right here with you, providing commentary and guidance. You're in the mode selection menu now. I'd recommend going with story mode, but it's totally up to you. Now, when you click an icon, a story mode button will pop up. This will take you to the dialogue scene I mentioned earlier. You can choose to read through the dialogue or skip it, and then you'll be brought to the playable part, which is called Sim Mode. Enjoy. Welcome. I suppose you're here for something entirely ordinary. But let me be clear, this is not your typical ride. You might face some deceptively simple choices, twists on the classic trolley problem. But remember, not everything is as it seems. Enjoy the conundrum, or don't. It's entirely up to you.
Patu, 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 patu.
You chose to do nothing. Sometimes inaction is an action.
Jou. Ou. Patu.
Well, this koala's lazy day just turned into a very abrupt stop. You just saved the world from fruit on pizza. A true hero. You've just made a major impact on the population. Quite literally. Now you must choose between a teleport machine and a time machine. What could possibly go wrong? That was a classic case of instant karma. Nice work. Now you know how it feels to be on the receiving end of your own decisions. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What in the world are you doing? This is a thought experiment, not a drifting competition! You're absolutely ruining the scientific process here! Congratulations! Your ride has been upgraded to interstellar travel. Again with the drifting! This isn't a racetrack! You're turning a serious philosophical dilemma into a stunt show! What are you trying to prove here? That guy enjoys his new lily pad. Less is more, in terms of survivors, I mean. You will tangle with a famous dilemma, making choices that twist classic philosophical quandaries into amusing results. Let's see if you can guide this famously indecisive donkey or not. The fun, after all, is in the attempt and the absurdity of the outcomes. The haystack beckons, yet our donkey friend remains glued to the spot. You clearly have a preference for hay, but the donkey is still weighing his options. You've gone for hydration, but the donkey remains firmly in his existential crisis. Our donkey friend has conclusively resolved his dilemma, though perhaps not in the way we hoped. Before we proceed to the next round, let's take a moment to reflect on your experience with this level. This particular thought experiment posed quite a challenge in converting philosophical quandaries into interactive gameplay, and your feedback is crucial for refining it. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on how the scenario played out, and any suggestions you might have for improvement. Could you please rate this level's gameplay on a scale from 1 to 10? You know, actually, the game's creator is willing to see whatever score. In the previous design, you would be forced to rate a 10 here, but not anymore. He has updated the game. The game was released on July 22nd, and by the time I record these lines, it's August 1st. In the past week, he has checked every review on Steam and noticed that most of the negative reviews are about being forced to rate a 10 here. But do you know why he added the rating gameplay here? Because in the initial design of this level, the donkey was just standing there, and players could click hay or water. That's it. The original gameplay was this boring and plain. That's why he added more stuff in this game that might not be that philosophical or related to the thought experiment, but just to entertain you as a game itself. And to laugh at himself for the original boring design, he added the rating part because no one would choose to rate it a 10, not even himself. So he guessed it would be humorous to force a 10 rating. But that probably went too far and caused a bad experience for some players. Apology for that. Anyway, let me reveal some new stuff. Some efforts he put into this level to try and make this boring thought experiment more entertaining.
Dot, dot.
Aha! When you thought the potion would give our donkey a fairy tale ending, the trolley returns with a splash of color. Even in a world of magical transformations, some things remain brutally consistent.
Dot, dot.
You go for water. Seems like you're thinking about the donkey's kidneys. If only he'd take a step.
Doing, 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 doing.
Our donkey has taken a leap of faith into a new career as a high jumper. Here's up when he finds what he's looking for out there, beyond the edge of the screen.
Dot, dot.
Huh?
Who needs a bird when you can have a boxing glove pop out? Lesson learned. Always expect the unexpected, especially when clocks start throwing punches.
Dot, dot.
Who knew a bit of spicy pepper could turn our humble donkey into a fire-breathing spectacle, only to be extinguished by the ever-punctual trolley? Seems like even when donkeys breathe fire like dragon, they can't dodge destiny.
Dot, dot.
The chewing gum turned our donkey into a makeshift rocket, complete with propulsion, courtesy of its own natural gases. Who could have predicted that a bubble-blowing session would launch a donkey lunar mission? Sadly, even with such an impressive exit strategy, The moon is no place for a donkey. Or any of us, really.
Blop, blop. Ding. Zoo.
In today's digital age, even a donkey isn't safe from taking a perfect selfie. Unfortunately, this donkey's quest for social media fame turned shockingly electrifying. That's one way to go viral, but probably not the kind he had in mind.
Blop, blop.